Hey guys, this is Brittany from Just Be Crafty, and today I'm going to demonstrate the crochet foundation chain. So to get started, you're going to want to use a light color acrylic yarn. I suggest using a brand like Red Heart yarn. You could pretty much find it anywhere. It comes in a bunch of different pretty colors and it's super affordable. You'll also want to use a light color, and that's just so that way you can see your stitches as you work them. Using a darker color when you're starting out can be a little bit difficult, just because it is really difficult to see your stitches. So to get started, you're gonna want to make a slip knot. And there's a lot of different ways to make a slip knot, but this is just my favorite way of doing it. So what I do is I essentially make a 4 with my yarn, like so. This is your little tail. So you make a 4, and then you wrap your yarn around the back, and you create this little loop right here in the middle, and you take your tail and put it through this loop like that. And then you just take your tail and take the top of your 4 and you just pull. So now you have this loop right here. You just put your hook in and then you pull your working yarn. And there you have your slip knot. So once you have your slip knot on your hook, the next step of basically learning to crochet is learning how to hold your yarn. So you want to let it rest on your hand, let it rest on your pinky like so. And then you take it and then you wrap it around your pinky. And then you're going to take it and lay it on your middle finger, and it's going to come back and rest on your pointer finger. So I'll show you again. So you take it and you lay it on your pinky, wrap it around, bring it up and over your pointer finger. So when you do this, your pinky is controlling the tension of your yarn, and your pointer finger is feeding you the yarn as you crochet. So you might want to pause it and play around with it. It does take a little bit of time to get used to holding your yarn and controlling it. So once you kind of have the hang of how you want to hold your yarn and what's most comfortable for you, you can start your crochet chain. So to begin, you'll want to, and also a little tip, I like to hold this basically that slip knot. I like to hold that with my pointer finger. That just helps to stabilize the yarn. So to start, with your pointer finger stabilizing that slip knot that you made, you're going to want to take the yarn and wrap it around the back of your hook and then pull it through that loop on your hook, and you just made your first crochet chain. So let's do that again. Wrap your yarn and then pull it through the loop. Wrap the yarn and pull it through the loop. So another difficult thing is figuring out how to get your crochet chains to be a consistent size. And you don't want to be pulling these super tight. You don't want them to be super loose, but you don't want them to be tight either. And that just kind of takes some time. The best way to do it is basically just making really long crochet chains in the beginning, just so you get a feel for how to do it. So I'll show you again. So you just wrap the yarn around, and what I find helps is I pull down on the chain or my work basically when I'm yarning over and pulling through the loop on the hook. So that just kind of helps stabilize the yarn, and I think it also helps make your chains consistent. So you'll want to repeat this process until you have the amount of crochet chains that your pattern calls for. So there you have your first crochet chain. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys!